We are back to conclude the Asian Champions League group stage, where we are currently, unfortunately, after last episode, we are in pole position to qualify. So last time out, we had some fortunate victories. We lost 3-1 to Pohang at home. This was a devastating loss at the time, but fortunately, we came back with a 1-0 victory over Hiroshima, a Luis Miguel Pradas pen putting us in a good position. And then we came back and we beat Pohang 3-2 away from home. And if we look at the match here, this was a match that we should have won by a lot more. We were so comfortable in this match. In the first half, we were leading 2-0 and we had 2 goals disallowed, which, mind you, were a little bit questionable, even by Football Manager standards. We could have easily been 3 or 4-0 up. And then we started the second half really well. And then we had about a 20-minute period where we threw everything away. And then fortunately, Jesus Mendoza came back with an 81st minute winner. And that gave us the 3-2 victory. So right now, this puts us in a very good position. We have 3 wins and a loss, which means that we have 9 points. We are currently in first position, which first position is the one that automatically qualifies for the next round. Other than that, some of the second place teams will go through, but we want to go through with that first place finish. Behind us are Port, Hiroshima, and then Pohang, I believe, are pretty much out of it at this point. But Port and Hiroshima still have a chance to go through. And that is who we're playing in today's episode. So first up, we will be playing Port at home. Depending on the outcome of that game, then we'll play Hiroshima away. Because if we look at the Port match here, Hiroshima are currently 5 points behind us. So a win in this match would mean that we automatically qualify for the next round. Because a win would put us well above Port. A win would take us out of reach of Hiroshima. So if we win the home match against Port, we will be through to the next round. We'll be through to the knockout stages. However, if we lose, then Port will be in position to qualify in first place. And if we draw, that would put us on 10 points. And Port and Hiroshima would still have the opportunity to qualify. So a win and we're automatically through. A draw or a loss, and it will come down to the final match. So this episode will be dictated by what happens in this first match against Port. If we win this match, then I'm not going to play the second game. I'll play it off screen and we'll just go to the next episode. That'll save me a lot of time with the editing. But if we draw or lose this match, then we will be back for the match against Hiroshima. So everything depends on what happens in this first match here. But I also want to catch you up, guys, a little bit before we get into the match with everything happening in the Philippines Football League. So since then, we beat United City 4-1, we beat DHC 5-3, we beat Pohang 3-2. Then we had a 10-1 win over Stallion, an 11-0 win over Lateo, and then a 4-1 win over Kaya, where Jesus Mendoza scored 4 goals. And I tell you guys about the Jesus Mendoza scoring 4 goals because if you remember last year, he became the first player in PFL history to score 30 goals in a season. We are about halfway through the season now. We've played 12 games. He has 26 goals this season. Jesus Mendoza has been incredible. He's averaging an 8.77 overall rating. He has 26 goals in 12 PFL matches. And if we just look at the Philippines Football League here, we're exactly halfway through the season. Obviously, 12 wins, 0 draws, 0 losses. We are on track to score 158 goals this season. For context, last season we got 134. So we've had a very, very, very good attacking output from this season. And just so you guys can see the player stats, Jesus Mendoza has 26 goals. He is, in theory, on track to score 52 goals this season in 24 matches. That would be wild. But even still, Vicente Alonso has 11, Sebastian Barak has 10, Pradas has 7, Emmanuel has 6. Pradas already has 10 assists this season, so he's been playing really well. Jesus Mendoza has 6 Player of the Match awards, 68 shots. Pradas has the most key passes. So I just really wanted to highlight how well Jesus Mendoza has played because his 26 goals means that currently, if we look at our club info, you can't see it because my face is in the way, but in our favorite personnel, we have Luis Miguel Pradas, Jesus Mendoza, and Vicente Alonso now as our favorite personnel. Icons are still Conchiro Daniels and Dexter Chio. Oh, sorry. Also, completely forgot. Something that I wanted you guys to know. We've had a club takeover. Frederick Badia has completed an internal takeover of Mendiola, replacing former chairperson William Santos. So he is now the chairman of the club, but it changes absolutely nothing. Uh, there is no plans for the club to get any new investment, which means if we look at our finances, we are in the exact same position as we were before the takeover. So that takeover meant nothing. We are still in the same position. But all right, let's get into the first Champions League match against Port at home. If we win this one, we are through. This is the team that's going out. I'm doing something a little bit different than I would normally do because I don't know how this game is going to go, and I want to make sure that we have attacking subs on the bench. We have everybody available, which means I'm going to do something a little bit different here. We are playing the 4-2-4, but I'm not using all of my foreign player spots in the starting lineup. We're going with Schwarzer in goal, a complete Filipino back line, David Pradas, Emmanuel and Fajrli, and then Mendoza and Barak. So our kind of usual, this is a very familiar starting lineup. But we only have 4 foreign players in the starting lineup. It is just David, Pradas, Emmanuel, and Mendoza. But because we have some really solid Filipino defenders now, I can start them all in defense, which means we do have Vicente Alonso on the bench now. And I think that could be crucial because looking at Alonso's attributes, physically he's pretty good. He's got good off the ball and he can get in behind. So I think we can put him on as a sub if it's tied, if it's like 1-1 or something, we can put him as a sub later on in the match. It was either that or stick on like Atangana or Zubizarreta for a little bit of extra defensive solidity. But I want to win this game, all things considered. I do not want it to go to the final day, so I'm putting Vicente Alonso on the bench. But that is our lineup. This is the team going out to try and beat Port. This is a huge match. I will see you all there. This is a huge one, so you guys know what we do for big games. We tell the boys that we have faith in them. We get them hyped up for this match, make them feel assured in themselves. And a win here would get us through to the next round of the Champions League. This is the biggest match of the group stage. Port get us underway, and the biggest group stage match of this save. And David carrying it forward. He finds Fajrli. David, lovely ball. Luis Miguel Pradas gets us started 30 seconds into the match. I was out ready for that. And we have a brilliant start. What a team talk. I mean, essentially from the kickoff here, we win the ball. It's this ball through. David, what a ball. And Pradas scores 1-0. Our first match, if I remember, was this the match that was absolutely insane? Was this the 4-3 or was that with Paul? I don't remember if this was the 4-3 match or not. I'm totally forgetting. In the game, I'm totally forgetting this. But Port here. Oh no, Port. Wait, did Port beat us? I'm totally forgetting. What happened? What did I say beforehand? I forgot. And Port's goalkeeper claiming that cross. So they look to push the ball forward. They've done a good job. What a tackle by David. David with an amazing tackle there. Lovely ball. Barak score. Sebastian Barak with his 13th goal of this season. I debated whether to start him or whether to start Vicente Alonso. But what a tackle there. David is having a great game. But Barak, Emmanuel with the lovely ball in. Barak's through one-on-one. At that point, he couldn't miss. As a lot of space here on the left-hand side. If they get that in behind, that was probably the ball for them to get in behind. But they'll work it, switch the point of attack, work it down the right-hand side now. He's skinned us. That's a lovely ball. That was a great cross. Deserved a better header at the end of it. He finds Santos. I don't mind at this point just switching it, but that's fine. Strauss into David. David into Fajrli. Fajrli's got to play a better ball to Barak, but fortunately Barak has gotten there. Can we look into... Yep, Pradas there. There we go. Well done. Now go wide. Go wide. Go wide. Go wide. Go wide. Guys, wide. There we go. Now we look forward. I don't like that ball, but it's worked out. What a ball by David. David's having an amazing game in the midfield. And they will look to go along with it. They're more happy to play the ball forward off of their goal kicks rather than play it short. I don't know if that works better for us or not, because we do pretty well. What a ball. What a ball. Sebastian Barak's got to do way better than that. David's having an amazing game. And now they have the opportunity to counter because Barak couldn't finish. That's a great ball over the top. Oh, no. Oh, we are so fortunate that Julian Schwarzer has come up big there. Pin Pradup to stick the ball forward. We got to win that. Well done, Obermeyer. Just carry it. Just carry it. Keep working it down. Just carry it. Well done. Not a good ball from Emmanuel there. We aren't doing a great job of keeping the ball. And that is going to give them their chances. And there's a lot of space on the right and left-hand side. Should I be worried here? What do you guys think? Might need to make... What a ball. Wow. We took a 2-0 lead, but boy, if Port come back, well, I will need to think about what I'm doing now. Obermeyer here with the throw. He finds Emmanuel. Back to Obermeyer. I think we need to get the ball into the box here. Emmanuel, stick that in. Great ball. Mendoza, you gotta get over it. Just gotta get over it. Strauss here with the throw. He finds David. David's been the one who's played really well today. Santos has not had the best of games. Manuel beat him. Keep going. Keep going. We don't have anyone there. It's all right. He finds Pradas. Good ball into David. Get it out wide. Strauss. Get around the outside and cross it. Why is he shooting from there? I mean, it's not a terrible shot. Let's see how we do here. Frosuelo. I think we can find Santos, or you can find Obermeyer. There you go. Now let's work it into the middle. One more. There you go. Oh, okay. Mendoza. Yep, there we go. We're connecting the play well here. This is exactly what I want to see. Pradas. David. Find the right ball. Find the right ball. We got one more pass in. And Port will look to try and tie things up at halftime here. They can definitely do that. They're a good team. We go along the right-hand side here. Edge of the box. Why don't we... Where are our... Oh, man, this is a frustrating game. 2-2. That's not fun. Right before the half here. Brought us to stick it in added time. Doesn't really find anyone. Frosuelo puts it into Pradas. David. Bro. What was that? Well, we had a great start. And then it ended up being an even first half. And the way the stats are, I can't really complain. I'm absolutely going to yell at them, though, because that was very disappointing how we ended that second half. We get things underway. I mean, a draw is still fine for us. It takes it to the last game. But we need to find a way to win this, I think. Emmanuel sticks it in, back post. Santos can't win it. Only as far as Lloyd Fagerly. Obermeyer! What a save. All right, play the ball forward. A little bit quicker, guys. A little bit quicker. There we go. David, what a ball. Sebastian Barak, get there. Can you find Mendoza? Edge of the box, Luis Miguel Pradas on his weaker right. Imagine if this was an actual match and it was a neutral. Like, this would be really exciting. Obermeyer into David. David into Barak. Can we find the ball into Jesus Mendoza? The goalkeeper's made a mistake, and Jesus Mendoza has scored. And it is 3-2. That is exactly how we had to start the second half. I think we're keeping possession all right. Pradas can look forward now. He finds Fagerly. Back into Pradas. There we go. Okay, that's fine. Emmanuel, lovely overlap from Obermeyer. Mendoza! He is not offsides. Let's go. It is 4-2. Jesus Mendoza, a player who has come up big time and time again, doing his thing. 4-2. Oh, we can't allow a kickoff goal, guys. We cannot allow a kickoff goal. We just took a 2-goal lead. We can't let another one slip. We got to learn our lesson from the first half. Don't allow another 2-goal lead to slip. Santos wins it. He finds Pradas. There we go. Oh, no. Ferrosuelo has given the ball away. No, we can't do this again, guys. Oh, fortunately, Schwarzer gets the save. Obermeyer with the throw here. We cannot let this slip. To quote Steven Gerrard, who subsequently did let this slip. We cannot let this slip. Fajoli around the outside. He's had a good game. Lovely cross in. Jesus Mendoza with the hat trick. His 34th goal of the season. Oh, and I think we're in a good position now. What a second half performance this is. Oh, David. Yannick David makes it 6-2. This is an incredible second half performance. We yelled at them. They have stepped up. What a goal. What a finish. Let's go. And Port here getting the ball in play. I've made 3 subs. I've taken off Mendoza, Barak, and Luis Miguel Pradas as they get in and nearly score. But I've gone to a 4-5-1 formation. Well, we can switch that here so you guys can see 4-5-1 now. You guys got a glimpse of that with Carrion, Alonso, and Lucero coming on. So hopefully we can just kind of play out the final 20 minutes here and walk away with the victory as they nearly score again. All right. The warning shots have been fired, but there's the new formation. Lucero here with the throw. David into Fajoli. Good ball. What a save. It looked like it just kind of hit him. Like he didn't even really save it, it just hit him. But Fajoli getting into a good position. Emmanuel to stick it in. He does. Well cleared, only as far as Carrion. Back to Emmanuel Carrion, and it's a good block. Surely they're not going to score 4 in this time period, right? Like, I should be able to feel pretty comfortable with where we're at. David, Vicente Alonso, what a chance. And we are into the last 10 seconds of the 3 minutes of added time. This should be it. A 6-2 victory is exactly what we wanted. Whatever we told them at halftime worked amazing. We had a great start. We lost the 2-goal lead, but that second half performance was the stuff of dreams. You did the job I asked of you. A brilliant second half performance should lead us into the knockout rounds of the Champions League. An absolutely phenomenal win. The second half of dreams. Mendiola qualify for the second round. We are through to the knockout rounds of the Champions League. That is exactly what we needed in that match. A second half performance. I mean, we dominated the game. We don't usually have more possession. I don't know if you guys can see that. Look at the match stats. We do not usually have more possession, but we dominated the possession, dominated the XG, dominated the shots, dominated the game, dominated the win. So again, this is what things look like. We have qualified 12 points. Nobody can catch us. So that means that will be the only episode for the day. Looking at our schedule, we'll take on Hiroshima, but I'm going to pretty much just play a second team. We have a number of players who could potentially be suspended with a yellow card. I think Yannick David is one of those players, so I'm going to make sure not to play any of them. I'm going to play a second team, make sure nobody important gets hurt, nobody important gets yellow carded or suspended. And that way we will be in a great position going into the knockout stages, which is likely when I will see you guys next. But finally, I thought you guys might like to see how the group stage is looking overall. Al Ittihad, Al Nasser, unsurprisingly, have already qualified. Looks like Al Ali are going to qualify. Al Ali from Saudi Arabia are going to qualify. Ooh, Al Sadd going in over Al Hilal. That's an interesting one. But more importantly, in our region, Ulsan already qualifying. Just from a quick look, Kashima will be one of the best placed second place teams. That's interesting. That's a tough second place team to go up against. Looking further down, we have qualified Port and Hiroshima still in with a chance to be one of the best place, second place teams. But Jeonbuk advancing, not surprised there. That's a tough group. Jeonbuk, Urawa, JDT, and Melbourne. They're such a good group that we might be fortunate to not have to play any of them. Beijing and Bangkok and Kawasaki all fighting it out. We'll see what happens there. And then Suwon and getting out there with Pathum still having a chance. So that is the state of the Champions League at the moment. But all right, that is everything I've got for this episode. We are through to the knockout rounds of the Champions League. This is what we wanted, and this is where we expected to be. And now the season starts in earnest. But I don't know when I'll see you guys next. Maybe I'll come back before the second round, depending on how far it is. Give you guys an opportunity to see the PFL. But if the second round, where was it last season? I don't remember. So there was a big gap between the second round and the Champions League. So I will probably come back maybe for the United City and a Gilas match or something along those lines. Maybe we'll play Kaya. I don't know, but we'll definitely come back before then because that would be a lot of Football Manager for me to play before the next time we're releasing an episode. But that is everything I've got for this episode. Thanks for watching a very exciting Champions League match. We are through to the next round. And Jesus Mendoza is on absolute fire. He has been the player of the save. With that being said, thank you again. I hope you all are doing well. I hope you all are taking care of yourselves. I will see you all soon. Bye.